This is Aaron Wallace, CEO of Balance Your Fitness, here with you today to talk about how we can reduce pain. How can we get out of pain? There are many people every day struggling with joint pain of one form or another, whether it's back pain or shoulder pain, neck pain, knee pain, all over the place. We get aches and pains in our joints all in every single spot in the body that we can imagine. And we spend millions upon millions of dollars each year, probably more in the billions, in each year on aspirins and non-steroidal anti-inflammatories and cortisone injections and things like that to help us get out of pain, so that way we can kind of get on with our daily lives and live the lives that we want to. The problem with this is that we want to be able to go and understand the root cause of pain, instead of constantly treating symptoms and kind of constantly going for short-term answers that don't solve the mother of the problem, the cause of the problem that we're dealing with. So when we go through our initial assessment here at Balance Your Fitness, we want to be able to discover the root cause of why you're having a knee pain or a shoulder pain or neck pain or back pain or whatever pain that you're having. So with this process, we'll be able to go and understand it a little bit better. This process is based off of understanding that our body has certain levels of survival that we need to be able to maintain. Being that if I were to stop breathing, after about a minute or 2 minutes or so, I'm going to faint, or my body's not going to function if I don't have enough oxygen. If I don't drink water or eat for a significant period of time, that's going to affect whether or not I can survive as a person. So what we want to be able to go and understand is that our body is going to sacrifice function of our knees, our ankles, our hips, our back, to be able to go and perform these basic necessary functions to be able to keep the body and the system alive on a functioning basis. What that means is that someone can come in with back pain and their posture may be sitting, kind of very slumped over and things like that. And when we go and see someone like that, we may think, okay, well, we need to do some type of stretching and exercise program for the muscles that are weak and stretch the muscles that are tight. But if we go and don't understand that perhaps the person can't breathe very well through his nose, if that person can't breathe very well through the nose, in order to be able to go and breathe better, they're going to go and migrate their head forward to open up the airway to be able to get enough oxygen into the lungs, so that way we can go and survive on a daily basis. So if we don't notice that, how effective is our exercise going to be programming to be in the long run? We're going to be constantly fighting, and our results are going to be very minimal at the best. So that can also go and for other functions in the body as well. So one of the next functions we talk about is, after the ability to breathe and the mechanics of breathing, is how does our TMJ joint or the muscles of the jaw are functioning? Because again, that's our second most important part of being able to survive, is to be able to chew the food and get nutrition to our body. So the actual muscles of mastication in the jaw, and also are we utilizing the organs of digestion and elimination properly. So our body will again sacrifice our muscles and our joints down the line to be able to make sure that these functions are functioning well. It's the same thing if we can't see very well. If I've got partial vision or hearing in one eye or one ear, and I'm constantly having to turn my head to be able to hear a conversation, or turn my head to focus my good eye onto what I'm trying to see, that's a basic survival tactic. If we're out in the wild, we need to be able to see. And my vision and my hearing are going to be, extremely important. I need to be able to hear and see all around me. So my body doesn't care if my low back's hurting, because if I don't see the tiger coming to my right, because I'm not turning my head to see it, I'm going to get eaten. So it's very important to understand. We want to go and look at the mother of what we're dealing with. So by actually going through an individualized assessment, we can be able to go and see which one of our main survival systems aren't functioning properly, and be able to go and devise a program based off of what needs to be functioned at the top level. So that way everything else will fall into place and be able to respond much better to an exercise program. This also includes being able to go and make changes with our nutrition and making our diet less inflammatory. Because if our body again is inflamed from the foods that we eat, or our cells not producing energy efficiently enough, we will actually go and inflame the body and make our recovery for an exercise program and reducing pain much reduced. So this is extremely important, because when we go and a lot of times we go into physical therapy, or we're speaking to doctors, and I'm not out there to bash anyone, but a lot of times we try to take a this for that approach. Or if I've got knee pain, I'm going to do knee exercises, or if I've got hip pain, I'm going to do hip exercises, or if I got back pain, I'm going to do core exercises. A lot of times that sometimes can help, but we may not be missing the whole, we may not be getting the whole picture and being able to help the whole person. And that's why sometimes we get that relapse back into pain, because we're not quite treating the actual cause of the problem. So when you guys think about, if you guys are having chronic pain, wherever it is, be able to go and understand that you are a whole person, not just a low back that's really hurting, or a knee that's arthritic, or a shoulder that I can't raise above my head. We have to be able to go and understand that there's many different causes of pain, and that you are an individual person, and each person's cause of their pain is mightily different. So we want to be able to go and understand what the cause of our pain is, and that is based upon you. And by going through an individualized assessment, you can be able to go and see and find the cause of the pain, and be able to come up with a plan that goes and takes those into account to be able to go and see your results faster. Now remember, we were able to talk a little bit more about this in the Life in Balance seminar coming up for Saturday, February the 9th, from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. during the grand opening. Remember, you have two opportunities to see the seminar, once at 12:30 and once at 1:30. We'll also have a catered organic menu, complimentary prizes for those who attend. So remember to go on RSVP on our Facebook page, or by emailing us at info@balanceyourfitness.com. Again, this has been Aaron Wallace, CEO of Balance Your Fitness, asking you to live your life in balance.